The ground is like sand, gravelly, dirt.
It's rough.
It's rough. Look at yourself. Feel yourself. Do you feel like you have a body?
I think so.
Now, if you could tell me, look at yourself. How is it that you look?
Blue.
You mean blue like, what's blue?
My skin is blue. And I have rounder toes. They're fatter at the ends.
How many toes do you have?
At least 4. 4.
Look at your hands. How many fingers do you have?
I think 5. My fingers are like the toes. They're rounded at the ends. It's very funny. Although it's not like I have fingernails, but it's like the skin is rougher where nails would be. I don't like to use my feet a lot. I don't like to stand on the ground.
If you do not stand on the ground, what do you do then?
Hovering.
How is it that you hover?
I think I have wings.
Tell me about your wings.
My wings are translucent. You can see through them. And they have many veins, very thin veins. But you can see through them almost like a window.
Okay.
And when I move them, I can move things away from me. Like I can move energy around. It's not so much that I'm lifting the air, but I can hover with them.
Beautiful. And do you feel like you're female or male or both?
I would say it's a feminine energy, but I don't think it's a female. It's a female.
How is it that your body is shaped?
Thin and small and tiny. I think I have antenna.
Antennas? Antennas?
Antenna, yeah.
An antenna where?
I think there's 2 on my forehead, on top of my head.
What do you use those for?
I can know when something's in the space around me without seeing it. And I don't hear as much. I don't look as much. I rely on my feeling. It's my primary sense.
And tell me, what are you wearing?
Some very little. Some green cloth kind of strung around my waist.
Is there anything you're carrying?
I think it's a staff.
What does that look like?
It's longer than I am. It's okay because I'm usually hovering. And it's simple. It's like a very straight stick. It's white. It's lighter. It's almost like birch colored. And at the end there's a ball, a sphere. It's white.
What do you think that you use it for? The staff.
I like it. I like to push myself around and in the air, and I like to hit things with it. When I feel something, it helps me.
And look all around you. Describe, what does this place look like that you're at, hovering over?
I think there's friends here.
There's friends?
We're playing on the dirt, the gravel. It's like court. I think that's what the stick is for.
Is there like a friendly game, do you mean?
Yes, we're playing a game.
And your friends, do they look like you?
There's one who doesn't look like us.
What does he look like?
White skin. He's sad.
He's sad? Why do you think?
He's different from us.
Why do you think he's sad?
He's not like us. We can't play the way we can.
Okay.
I want him to play with us still.
Mm-hmm. Is he still playing?
I think so, but it's different.
Mm-hmm.
On my feet instead.
Does he have wings like you are?
No.
Okay.
He's having fun.
He's having fun?
Mm-hmm.
Good. And your face, how does your face look? Describe it to me.
My skin is blue.
Mm-hmm.
I have very sharp angles to my face, like the cheekbones stick out. It's very thin. It almost looks very serious. And there's green. I think it's my eyelids, my lips. Green. My eyes don't have whites to them.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're black. My ears look normal.
And as you all are playing this game, is there anybody watching?
No, we're out on our own.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Keep fast forwarding, and tell me what happens next of importance.
The different boy tried to jump.
Mm-hmm.
He hurt himself.
And what's going on?
Well, everyone else is just keeping and playing, and they think it's funny.
That he hurt himself?
Because he couldn't jump as high enough. So I feel bad.
Do you do something?
I'm not playing with them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just with him.
Oh, okay, you went to him?
And
tell me what's going on.
he's embarrassed. He wants to leave. I want him to stay.
What happens?
I cheered him up. And he's running. He doesn't care if they laugh at him. He's jumping really high.
Why do you think that he's different from you all?
I don't know why he's there, but he doesn't belong there.
Okay. Very good. Let's go ahead and leave that scene. Let's go to another important time. In this life where we will find answers that we seek for your highest healing. Tell me what you see and sense.
I'm much older. I'm dressed differently. I'm wearing a robe now. It's blue, gray, blue. And I have something important to do. I'm managing something. Managing people. Lots of different projects.
What kind of projects?
Some people are trying food. They have to do with food. But other people are medicine. And some people just do fun things. They try to make sure people are having fun. Like they have things to do. Like there's like sports events that they put together.
Tell me more about your robe. What color is it? Do you see any designs on it?
It's gray blue and there's two borders. A border that's darker blue. It's embroidered with like a floral thin lines that curl down the border. It's pinned together up to my chest. It goes all the way down to my feet. I walk now. I don't fly very much.
Why not?
I only fly when I need to. It's something I outgrew. I could still do it if I wanted to, but it was more for fun when I was younger, and I don't need to do it, so I don't.
Okay. Keep moving the scene along and let me know what's going on.
Well, the groups are trying to share resources, but they are angry.
You said the The groups are trying to what?
People who do food, who are concerned with food, and the people who are concerned with medicine, they're using the same resources.
Okay.
And they're angry. They're angry because they're afraid that there's not enough to go around, so they think that their job is more important. They can't see that they're both important.
Okay.
So I'm trying to help them see. I'm trying to help them have a greater awareness of the way they're feeling, but they can't see it. They just fight. So they're taking from each other. They don't listen to me.
What do they do?
They steal from others. And where y'all are supposed to work together, and they're stealing from others.
They're supposed to be working together and they're stealing from others?
They're stealing from each other.
From each other. Okay. So what happens?
I have to leave.
Who has to leave?
I do.
Why do you have to leave?
Because they won't listen to me. I can't help them. They're carried away. I can't help them see. They're too wrapped up in their fighting, their war, their battle. They only see the battle. I'm alone. I'm moving on. I find the boy.
What does the boy look like now? Does he look older like you too?
Yeah, he's old. He's older. It's good to see him.
Why is it that you're looking for him? Why do you find him?
Because I had to leave. No one else would listen. And he's different from all of them.
Yes. What do you tell him?
We get to work. It's simpler. It's not like it was before. It's not as fancy. I don't have everything I had before, but it's better because we're not fighting. Simple life.
What do you both decide to do?
We live there. We have a farm. We do our best.
So you left your home and now are living on your own?
He lived there. He left before me because he was different. And I was different too, even though I looked the same as them. I like it out there. I wanted to help people, but I couldn't. So I'm just being. They're not ready. They weren't ready for that.
You say you weren't ready?
They weren't ready for what I was trying to tell them.
Oh, they weren't ready. Okay, very good. Let's go ahead and keep moving the scene along. Tell me what happens next of importance. What happens?
I'm looking up at the tower. It's very white and smooth. It's where I used to work. I can see it from very far away. And something's wrong with it. It's something bad is happening inside.
Something bad is happening inside?
Inside the tower.
Tell me.
I'm gonna leave the farm. Gonna leave him. He doesn't want me to go, but I'm gonna leave.
How do you know something bad is happening in that tower?
I can feel it. I can feel all of them. They're so angry.
Tell me what happens when you go back to the tower.
It's chaotic. Nobody knows. Nobody's sane. They're all running around, and it's like a riot almost. But it doesn't even make sense. They're just destroying each other's stuff. They're so furious. trying to snap them out of it, but I can't.
What do you think happened to them?
They got carried away.
You feel you were gone for some time?
I was gone for a while. They're much different now. I wish I could have done something. I don't know why I'm different from them. Just destroying themselves.
Is there anything that you could do to help out?
Tried to go to the top and talk to who's in charge. And when I go inside, they've hurt each other. No one's in charge anymore. I want to go. I don't know what to do. I can't do anything, so I want to leave. So I can't think straight because they're all in my coming through my antenna.
Tell me what you end up doing. What do you end up doing?
I'm running. I see so many people I want to save. Like all of the children, the little girl. She's scared too. I'm taking her out because she's not carried away.
Let's leave that scene now. Let's go to another important time in this life. Let me know what happens next.
We're on the farm.
You're back at the farm?
Yes. And I brought the girl with me.
And what happened to the others?
They went crazy.
Why do you think that they went crazy? What caused them to go crazy?
They closed themselves in the tower. They had their air come through and their light was... They weren't connected anymore. And they tried to make everything that they could have. And they never had enough. They fought each other, and now they're not what they used to be.
And what was unique about this girl?
She was young, and she just wasn't. She didn't accept those things. She didn't buy into. She's someone who would always prefer to feel the light on her skin and to feel the dirt on her toe under her feet rather than being there. She liked reality.
Okay.
I'm going to the tower. It's doesn't really run very well anymore. And the people inside of it's just, they come outside and they get what they can and they go back. And they're not like they used to be. But they're less scared of us.
Is there anything you can do for them?
I just like to come say hello. They can't use their antennas really. They don't really know. They don't remember what they are. I just like to bring them outside. I'm very timid, but I like to bring them outside. The little girl helps me do that. Give them berries.
Okay. Let's go ahead and leave this scene. Let's go to another important time. You're there now. Tell me what's going on now.
I'm much older now. I'm lame. I don't get up much. And the girl, she's my daughter, I'd say. She's friends with someone from the tower. I'm just so scared that history will repeat itself, and I don't want her to get hurt in there. But people are better now. They're different. They've learned something. They learned something from that. She wants me to let her go live in the tower, I think.
How do you feel about that?
I'm scared, but I know it's different too. And I know that I've lived for so long that it's also time to let go. I just let her go. I'm alone again.
You're alone again? What happened to the boy?
Oh, he died a long time ago. He doesn't live. He doesn't live as long as we do.
So you let her go back to the tower and go ahead and move with the scene along to see when something else has happened of importance. Something else. You're there now.
I think she might be in trouble. I think she's upset, and I can't come to her. I can't get out of bed.
Why can't you get out of the bed?
I'm not really in my body anymore. I'm very, very, very old. And she's scared. The people didn't change that much. They did, but they only changed as much as they could, and they're still they're unkind.
Okay, what happens? Keep moving the scene along. Does she feels like she needs help? Does she get help?
She's hurt, but she keeps going.
How is she hurt?
She's more sensitive with her antenna. And they don't feel the way she does. So she's hurt more easily. And I'm not in my body, but I follow her.
You said you're not in your body, but you what?
I follow her. I stay with her. I feel what she feels. I love her.
What does she end up doing?
She's learning how to meet them halfway, where I couldn't meet them. She's getting older, and she's learning how to teach them what we know. They go outside more now, and they open up windows. They make windows in the tower.
Okay. Let's go ahead and leave that life now. Can I please speak to the higher self of...
Yes.
Am I speaking to higher self now?
Yes.
I honor you, thank you, and respect you for all the aid you have given us today. I know that you hold all the records to these different lives. May I ask questions, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Why is it that you chose to take him there to that life where he was this blue being and there was others like him that look like him, but they did not see as clearly as him? Why did you take him there? What was the purpose?
He's very different, and he needs to know to have patience. And just because you cannot change someone's mind does not mean that you are not planting a seed. Change doesn't happen overnight. And sometimes you have to be misunderstood. Sometimes those who are not ready still have to hear. And you have to learn to let them be.
Okay. And that young boy she really loved, did they have any kind of connection besides friends? What kind of connection did they have?
They were in love, but it was hard because they were so different, but they loved each other very much.
And how did that boy get there? Even though he was so different, how did he get to that place?
He was on the planet. The tower, and the tower they were doing, they wanted to study him.
Mm-hmm.
He was human. There were a few humans there.
In the planet?
On the planet, yeah, there were groups.
Okay.
But they didn't think of humans like, they thought that they were less than them, but he didn't.
Mm-hmm. And tell me, what dimension was this planet in? Fourth? Okay.
It existed in the third and the fourth.
Third and fourth? Does it have any connection to Earth?
I don't think so. I think it's very far from here.
Okay.
It's very far.
Okay. And higher self, can you look to beyond the fact that, yes, that they were, they lost it a bit, those people, and, went a little crazy, like he said. Is there, if you could look behind that energy, what's connected to the craziness? Was there something amplifying the craziness, or what is there?
It was a natural part of them, their learning, their soul evolution. They had to grow in power, and when they grew in power, their minds became more and more identified with the things that they were creating, and they lost connection with themselves, and they just fought, and they didn't see the insanity in it. It just seemed normal to them that they would fight over a resource. But they went through phases, and they learned from it.
Mm-hmm.
Each time they learned a little more, and that girl was helpful. The daughter was helpful.
Was helpful?
Yes, she understood the way they saw things. He didn't understand it. He never saw things that way, but she understood. She could see things that way.
Mm-hmm.
And she also understood the truer way, and she helped them to see that. We watched her.
And he mentioned that she was feeling very old there. How old does she live?
663.
Okay. So what happened to the civilization after all, with the young lady helping them out?
They left the tower and they spread out on the land. They thought the humans were less than them, but they learned that the humans weren't advanced like them, but they were more connected to what they were there. They learned from them. They learned from them.
Mm-hmm.
They could feel the humans, but the humans couldn't. Like, to a degree, when they're in proximity, but they didn't sense them the way that they could sense the humans. So they could feel the way the humans felt connected.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell us about this life? What was the reason? I know you said several purposes, but is this life in any sense connected to this life and why you've showed it?
He wants to walk away from the tower, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't walk away from the tower. There's nowhere to walk away to. You're supposed to be here, and you're supposed to plant seeds, and you'll find the next group has it easier. they'll have it easier if you just plant the seeds.
Anything else you want to tell them about this life?
No.
Thank you. Very good. Now, at this point, we are ready for the body scan. Higher self, can we begin the body scan for him?
Yes.
Good. If you could start scanning his body from head to toe, let us know, do you need any aid from the archangels?
Yes.
Beautiful. Raphael. Yes. Raphael, if you could, higher self, if you could connect us, please, to Archangel Raphael. We'd love to be able to speak to him now. Connect us to Raphael, please.
Yeah. Yes.
Greetings. Greetings. Is this Raphael?
Yes.
Thank you, brother. We love you, honor you, and respect you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have the higher self here who has requested for your aid. We are beginning the body scan, and we're looking for assistance during the body scan. Would you be able to assist us, please?
Yes.
Thank you. If you could please begin the body scan at this point. Scan his body from head all the way down to his toes. Scan him for any negative energies, any entities, anything that needs to be healed first. Let me know what you find.
The eyes.
His eyes?
Yes, the eyes.
What's going on with his eyes?
There's something in his left eye.
Okay, if we can go ahead and scan his left eye now. Scan it thoroughly. Look, what is wrong with his left eye? What is there? Is there a negative energy, entities, implant?
I think it's an implant.
An implant. Okay. Tell me, what is there? You said the implant? Can you tell me, what does that implant look like?
It's a rectangle. It's flat and thin. It's on the back. On top, on the back. The left eye.
Okay.
To the center.
And can you tell me, when did this come into him?
5 years old.
He was 5. What was going on when he was 5 that allowed for this implant to come in?
He felt very alone.
Felt very alone.
He was looking for something to connect to.
Okay. And do you know who inserted this implant?
No.
And tell me, what is it causing him? What kind of discomfort is it causing him? Being there.
There's a lot of tension in the eyes, and he can't see as well. He can't see. It's affecting the third eye. He can't see.
Okay. All right. Very good. Higher self and Raphael. If we could start transmuting this implant out of there, do we have permission to do so?
Yes.
Good. Can I use the Phoenix Fire onto it?
Yes.
Okay. Using the Phoenix Fire onto that implant now. And if you could just scan it and make sure that it is just an implant, there's nothing else connected to it. Raphael, let me know.
There's nothing else.
Okay, good. Okay, so we're transmuting that implant, and
it's the left eye, and it's rooted in the center.
Oh, okay.
In the center of his head.
Is it okay? It's the left eye, and it's rooted is it in the pineal gland area? Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So focusing on the left eye towards the pineal gland area where it's rooted, deep in there, using the Phoenix Fire there. Okay. As we continue to transmute this, Raphael, if you can continue to scan his body, just let us know once it's all transmuted out. Scan his body. Let's see, what's next would you like to address to heal?
The higher heart.
What's going on with the higher heart?
There's a separation.
What do you mean, separation?
It seems severed.
Okay, so the higher heart sees severed from where?
The heart and the throat seem severed. In between, there's a gap.
Okay. Let's scan that, Raphael, deeply. That gap, is there anything attached to that gap?
There's there's nothing attached, no.
Okay.
There might, just give me time.
Say that again?
One moment.
Okay.
There is something resting there in the void, in the open,
Okay.
in the gap.
Thank you. Thank you for finding that, Raphael. If you could scan, what is that that's resting there?
I would say it's reptilian.
Yes, thank you. If Raphael, if you could please encase the reptilian now with the alchemy symbols, can you do that now, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Is it encased?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, and then again, just let me know once that implant is transmuted out of the eye. Very good. Now, Raphael, I'd like to speak to the reptilian there in that space. Would you be able to guide it so I can speak to it, please? Guide it up, up, up. Thank you. If you, I would like to speak to that reptilian there. If you could come up, up, up now, please. Greetings.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you for speaking to us. May I ask you questions?
Yes.
Thank you. If you can tell me, when was it that you attached yourself there in that void?
When he was born.
When he was born. How did that happen?
He was weak when he was born. His mother was weakened and he was within her.
Okay. And this is when you came into that space, and did you create the void itself to separate it?
There was a space there.
Oh.
I just made it bigger.
Okay. And can you tell me, do you have a body somewhere else?
No. No, this feels like the most physical I am.
Okay. Did you ever have a reptilian body somewhere else?
I used to.
You used to. What happened to that body?
I left it to come here.
Okay. What's the purpose of doing that?
It's much brighter here. I can soak it all up, and it just feels strong and good. Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Before him, were you attached to anyone else's body?
No, I watched him. Watched his mother. I liked his father. I liked his family.
What was it that you liked about him?
They had brightness, and they weren't protected, and it was easy to feel good to be there.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your honesty. Now I know that you've been there quite some time, since he was born. As you know, the earth is ascending, and as the earth ascends and the universe ascends, it's going to lift into a higher vibration. It's already lifting. And entities like you who are attached to others in a parasitic way, in this manner, will be automatically transmuted when the ascension comes forth into transmuted back to source. We'd love to be able to aid you today so that you will be able to keep your memories, your consciousness, instead of transmuted straight back to source. You can keep your consciousness, and then you can grow and ascend. Choose a positive polarization, ascension. Would you allow for us to aid you today to ascend?
Yes, I will.
Beautiful. I want you to find that light within you now. Find that light within you. We're going to help you spread it. Spread it to all that is you. Every root, every cord, every part of you that is within him. Make sure you spread it to all light. All of light. And let us know once you're all light.
I am light.
Beautiful. Go ahead and remove yourself from that area. Pull yourself out now. Make sure you don't leave any piece of you behind. Let me know once you're fully out.
Out. I'm out.
Good. Thank you. Raphael, if we could start filling in love light to that area where it was removed from, and then start filling in that gap so the higher heart is connected once more, please. Thank you. And then being that you just came out of his higher heart area, do you have a message for him before you go?
Thank you. Your light is truly magnificent. And thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you as well. And if Raphael, if you could have Archangel Azrael make sure that he takes this new positive polarized being to where he's meant to go, please. Can we do that?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Azrael. Love you, honor you, and respect you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, make sure he does not get astrayed or get stripped along the way. Very good. Now, back to Archangel Raphael. You're feeling it. Make sure that connection is strong now with his heart and his higher heart, and as he mentioned, to his throat. Okay. Build that bridge back nice and healthy as the higher self allows. Okay. Since we found a reptilian, let's go ahead and scan his whole body now for any more reptilians. Let's make sure we don't want to miss any. Raphael, scan his whole body now for any reptilians. Let me know if you find any more.
His arms, his forearms seems like there's something there.
Okay, which forearm?
Both. The right
Both?
is stronger.
Okay, let's go ahead and scan those areas now. Raphael, let us know what are within those forearms.
It's an entity, I'd say.
Entities?
Yes.
It's not a reptilian consciousness or a reptilian?
No, I'd say it's an entity.
Entity, okay. In both forms?
It's the same one in both.
Okay.
Split into.
All right. Okay, I'd like to speak to that entity there in his forearms. Raphael, if you could please connect us to it now. If you could please come up now, please.
Yes.
Greetings.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for speaking to us. May I ask you questions, please?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Love you, honor you, and respect you. And if you could tell us, when was it that you connected to his forearms?
He was doing work on his friend. He was doing energy work on his friend. And I was in her.
You were in the friend?
Yes.
Okay. So when he was doing energy work, what kind of energy work was he doing on the friend?
He was healing her, laying on his hands, but he was not protected. He was just doing it.
Oh, okay. So he didn't set an intention of, say, love, light, protection, or shielding before?
No, he did not. He didn't protect himself. He didn't know that she was carrying that.
Okay. So tell me what happened when he was healing his friend. What happened?
I moved into his hands, his wrists, his arms, his light.
Why into his wrist?
Because that's where the energy flows through. When he's doing that, it flows out through there and it washes.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me, before you were in his body and his friend's body, did you ever have a body? Tell me, what happened to you? What happened to your body?
I was very old and alone, and I didn't have anyone. And my home I didn't have any food. I died there in my home.
Okay.
It's dark there.
Well, thank you for sharing your story with me. I know that you, have been stuck like this for some time. We'd love to be able to aid you today so that you can spread your love light and you can go ahead and pass on to the light instead of having to be stuck in someone's body attached to it. Would you allow for us to aid you today?
Yes, please.
Beautiful. Go ahead. Both. I know that you're in both of the forearms, so entity within the forearms, go ahead and start spreading your love light. You're sending your love light now so that you can spread it to all that is you, every root, every cord. And let us know once you are all light.
Something else in the left arm.
Okay. Something else in the left. You said what? Left
arm.
Okay, so besides this entity that's spreading the love light, what else is in the left arm?
It's reptilian.
Reptilian. Okay. And just confirming this entity is not a reptilian?
No.
The one we're speaking to? Okay. So,
No.
Raphael, if you can encase this reptilian that's in the left arm, encase it with the symbols now, please. Okay, we'll speak to it in a minute. And then let me know once this entity that now is spreading its light, let me know once it's spread its light and it's out, please.
It's light.
Beautiful. Do you have a message for him before you go, or his friend?
You know how to protect yourself, and you know it's necessary. So take the steps to do it. It's important.
Mm-hmm. Tell him why it's necessary.
You're very bright, and you think that is just, you're used to your light, so you don't see how clear it is to see for those who do not have that. Those who are dark, it is very bright and attractive. So you must protect yourself with your love.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for that message. If we could have Asher once more guide this entity now that is positive. God guide him to where he's meant to go. Love you, honor you, and respect you. Blessings to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we found another reptilian there in his left arm, correct?
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead and scan the rest of his body. Let's see if there's any other reptilians within him. Let's find them all. Make sure we don't miss any.
The foot, the right foot.
Right foot, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can you go ahead and encase that one with the symbols, Raphael?
It is done.
Good. Let's keep scanning. Raphael, let us know. Where else does he have any more?
In the thigh. The thigh.
Which thigh?
There's one in each. There's one in each thigh above the knee.
Okay. Let's go ahead. Can we encase both of those?
Yes.
With the symbol, thank you. Symbols. Are they encased?
It is done.
Good. Let's keep going, Raphael. Let's make sure we don't miss any more reptilians within him.
There's one in his right arm too.
There's some in his right arm too?
There's one in the right arm. In the forearm.
One in the forearm. Okay.
Yes.
Can you go ahead and encase that one too with the alchemy symbols, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Is it done?
It is done.
Good. Let's keep scanning, Raphael. Anywhere else?
In the belly.
In the belly area?
In the belly.
Scan that area there. Surround that now with the alchemy symbols. Thank you.
It's done.
Good. Let's continue scanning him. Scan him for any other reptilians. Make sure you go very deep. You know, they could be sneaky and hide. Don't miss any. Anywhere else?
It is done. That is all.
Good. Very good. Okay. Raphael, I'd like to speak to all of them as a collective now. And before we do that, how is the implant looking on his left eye area?
That's good. We're down to the root.
You're down to the root?
Down to the root, yes.
Okay, so you're working down to the root. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so if we can go ahead and speak to all those reptilians there, we'd like to speak to you. We love you, honor you, and respect you. And as a collective, you know, you're here to speak to the prior, reptilian prior. We are ascending, and we'd love to be able to aid you today so that you no longer have to be in his body or parasitically in anybody's body. Instead, you could be able to spread your own love light wherever it is. You could be your own free-willed being in ascension, no longer having to play this role. Now, would you all agree to go ahead and positive polarize?
Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you. And before we move on. You all can go ahead and start spreading your love light. So we're focusing love light onto you. All of you there. And then do any of you have any bodies of reptilian bodies somewhere else?
Yes.
Which ones have reptilian bodies somewhere else?
We all do.
All of you do? And would that be in different reptilian bodies?
We are a group in different bodies.
Okay. And can you connect us now to that group? If you all can connect us to them now, please. Those reptilian bodies, please.
Yes.
Greetings. Am I speaking to the reptilian bodies that are connected to these consciousness inside of him?
Yes.
Greetings. Thank you for speaking to us. We love you, honor you, and respect you. May I ask you questions, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Where is it that you're located at?
We are above Earth.
Above Earth? Where?
In a ship above Earth.
Okay. Is this your ship?
Yes.
And tell me, thank you. Tell me, what is the task to the ship what do you work on here in the ship?
We're trying to slow things down.
Why?
Because there are many humans waking up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's happening quite quickly. And they're tipping the scale.
Mm-hmm.
We have to hold them back.
Okay. Can you tell me? I know there's they're your group and you're in different parts of his body. How many are with you on that ship?
30.
30. Okay.
28.
28. Okay. Would you be able to connect me to all 28 of you?
Mm-hmm.
Greetings. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me. As you know, the earth is ascending and so is the universe. You are feeling the more and more, as he mentioned, how people are waking up and spreading their light. We'd love to be able to aid you. When the earth ascends, you will no longer be able to hold this frequency. Therefore, you will be transmuted automatically back to source. And instead of losing your, going back to zero and losing your consciousness and memories, we'd love to be able to keep you, help you ascend into a positive polarization, no longer having to play this negative polarized role, so that you could be free to create your own light somewhere else. No longer draining or attached to someone else. Would you allow for us to help you positive polarize all 28 of you?
Yes, we will. We will, yes.
Beautiful. Good. Now, I know that a couple of you are attached to his body. The 28, do you have other bodies that you're attached to?
Yes, we do.
Okay. If you could tell me, if you can, Raphael, if we could scan and look for, if you all can tell me, how many other bodies are you attached to besides his here?
108.
108. And are they all on Earth?
Yes.
Okay.
Inside too.
Inside of Earth too?
Mm-hmm.
Do you mean like the inner Earth?
Yes, they're not all on top.
Okay. So they're at the surface and in the inner Earth. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Now that you all have decided to spread your love light, Raphael, do you need any assistance from any other archangels so we can start connecting to the
Metatron?
Metatron, very good. If we call forth on Archangel Metatron now. Archangel Metatron, please.
Yes.
Thank you, brother. We love you, honor you, respect you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Wonderful. We have Raphael here who has requested for your aid. We have 108 people who have attachments of these reptilian consciousness of the 28 here on the ship. If you could please help Raphael locate all the higher selves to this 108, and let's ask, once you locate them, let's ask them if they will allow for the reptilian consciousness that these 28 have attached to them, if they'll allow for us to help them spread their love light and remove them, please. Let me know what they say.
It's a yes. Resounding yes. Yes.
Very good. Thank you. If you all can just make sure if you need any more angels to assist too, let's have those higher selves now standing by those 108 that have these reptilian consciousness. And let's go ahead and all focus love light onto the 108. Focusing love light onto them now and helping them spread their love light. Helping them spread their love light now. And let us know, Raphael and Metatron, once all of them have spread their love light that are attached to 108.
It is done.
Beautiful. Now let's go ahead and guide those consciousness that are now of light. Let's guide them out of those 108. Guide them out. And then let's return them back to their original form here out of the 28. So go ahead and pull them back to you. If it belongs to you, pull it back to you. And Raphael, if you could have the higher selves start filling in love light to the 108 where the reptilian consciousness were on them.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. And then do you all have any, you 28, do you have any message for us before you go?
We see the changes. That's why we fought. Mm-hmm. Know that the fighting will be intense. As time moves on, it will get hard. Mm-hmm. It is only harder. We only fought harder because the light was so threatening. The light is so threatening to those who are in dark. We know deep down it is useless to fight, mm-hmm. but we have to. We can't face the light, so we fight, but do not get discouraged because your light is true.
Beautiful. Thank you for that message.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, are you all whole once more? Did you bring back all your consciousness?
We are whole, yes.
Good. Go ahead and leave your reptilian bodies. Leave them now. And then if we could have Archangel Azrael and his legion surrounding all of you 28 there, making sure that no harm comes to you and you do not get astray. Do you see Azrael and his legion?
Yes.
Beautiful. Good. And do you see what happened to your reptilian bodies there on the ship?
They do not exist. They cannot be held in form.
Okay.
Without darkness there, they cannot be held in form.
Very good. Is there anyone else more in the ship?
No, the ship is gone. Okay. It is going.
And before you go, if you could tell me, what are some other ways that you would affect the 108 that you were attached to? What were some of the things you did?
Where there is density in the form, we occupy that density and maintain a mind identification with that density. It does not leave because we are holding it there. Mm-hmm. They cannot release that density, and so they may only vibrate at a certain frequency because the density exists within their form. When they leave their form, they can, in other dimensions, they can be beyond our reach. They only exist in third and fourth. When they return to the third, their body, the physical body, can never fully release that density. It can never fully ascend to a higher vibration.
So say for example, if these people that you said that they can't achieve the high enough vibration, say ascension comes forth in the future whenever it's meant to physically, the final shift energetically. And what if some of these people, what happens to those people that have still reptilian consciousness in them? Will they be able to ascend?
If that were to happen, the parts of them that may, the situations are diverse, but some may leave their bodies Some may create new ones. Some may burn away those parts that are within them. In that moment, when the consciousness, which is not of high light, when that is burned, those aspects may be burned with it, or may be freed up to face the consciousness to the level which it has already ascended. And at that point, there is a natural, automatic resolution of that karma in the face of the true consciousness, a catching up.
And would that qualify for those people above the 51 percentile in service to others, or would that qualify for everyone?
Those above the 51 percentile would likely have reached a point in their awareness where they have eliminated, where they are already so acutely aware of density that the consciousness could not have been there at this point.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you. And if we can have Raphael in the higher self filling in love light to those areas where all the reptilians were removed from him, please. And as well, I know that we're doing it to the 108, but just making sure it's done on him as well. Thank you. Now, if you can tell me, do you see Azrael there in his legion?
We do.
Can you tell us what do they look like? I know we call for them often, but we never ask really what they look like.
Azrael?
Azrael and his legion. What do they all look like?
Azrael is massive and robed. He's dark-haired, and he has very sturdy, strong shoulder pads. It's almost like armor, but a smooth robe. He is so imposing, but not not creating fear. He's imposing in the truth of what he is. His shoulder pads spike up into points. His eyes are void. He sees so much, but you cannot create form. And he and his legion are all glorious, and they are excited about the work that they do. They're so excited about the change that they catalyze. They move forward. They move forward what need the natural progression where there is resistance. They move all forward and they march with us. We will march with them now. Beautiful.
Wow. I love to them. Thank you. Thank you for such a beautiful description. They sound so immensely, they are immensely loved. Our greatest love to them. Thank you. And is it okay with you? Oh, I'll say that again.
They were saying goodbye.
Goodbye. Is it okay though if we see where you're going to take them, Azrael and Legion? Can we see where you're going to take this group?
Yes, they as many who positive polarize find a newfound love for those that they were resisting. And their job now is they are like cheerleaders. They are energetic cheerleaders, and when things are rough, they usher on. They applaud and they follow those that feel weak, and they tell them they are strong.
That's beautiful. What a beautiful role they're going to play there. Thank you. Thank you once more to all of you who decided to ascend into a positive polarization, and as well as the legions and the angels that assisted. Thank you. Blessings to everyone.
They're very excited about their role.
Thank you. Is that all, Azrael?
That's all.
Thank you. Love you all. If I could please speak back to Raphael.
Yes.
Thank you, Raphael, brother. If we can continue scanning his body, and we could just ask Metatron to stand by and see if there's any other aid there. Scan his body. Scan him this time for any other entities. We'll scan him one more time for any entities, reptilian consciousness, any archonic energies, anything that is not organic of his. Let me know if you find any.
There's some density in his feet.
Okay, let's scan that area now. Tell me, Raphael, Metatron, what is within his feet?
It's a being.
It's a being?
Being, it is it's an entity.
Entity. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go ahead and contain that one there with the alchemist. Is it both feet?
It is done.
Okay, go.
It is around his star beneath his feet. It is.
Okay.
It's in his portal beneath his feet.
Okay. All right, so we have that one contained. So let's go ahead and continue scanning his body. See if there's any other entities we can... Any other ones? Entities of any kind?
There's nothing left here.
Good. Okay. Raphael, if you could please help us guide that entity there in his, as you mentioned, down below his feet.
Yes.
With you now. Greetings.
Hello.
Hello, thank you for speaking to us. Love you, honor you, and respect you. May I ask you questions, please?
Yes.
Thank you. When was it that you attached to this area on him?
I came in when he was younger.
What was going on that allowed for you to come in?
He was trying to run away.
Why?
He was trying to run away from home.
Oh, okay.
And he was alone. He felt alone, and I waited for him to leave, and he was truly alone. I wanted to be with him because I was alone too.
Okay, so you attach there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wanted to be with him.
Okay. And can you tell me, did you have a body before you attached there?
Yes.
What happened to your body?
I was killed.
How did it get killed?
I was a soldier. I was a boy in the army. I was a red coat. I was wearing a red coat. And I was marching through the fields where his home was when I died.
How did you die?
I drowned.
You drowned?
I was stabbed and I drowned. Couldn't swim.
Okay.
I was stabbed.
Okay.
I don't need to be here anymore.
Okay. Well, thank you for telling us your story, and our love to you for the pain that you went through that war and the struggle of not being able to turn to light. We are here now, as you know, to help you spread your love light. Would you allow for us to help you today?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Very good. Spread your love light now. Spread that light within you. So all that is you there, make sure you get every part of you that belongs to you and does not belong to him, every part of your essence, and let us know once you're all light.
I am light.
Beautiful. Go ahead and pull yourself out. Remove yourself from there. Raphael, start filling in love light to where he was at, filling in, healing that area. And
it is done.
But let us know. Are you out now?
Yes. Yes.
Good. Do you have a message for him before you go?
Keep walking. Keep walking and know that within you have every single thing. Every single thing. All that is with you. You are never alone. You can never be alone. You are always loved, and you are always held in the greatest company. Thank you for walking.
Thank you. Thank you as well. go ahead and go with the love light of the universe. Blessings to you. If we could have Astro's team guide this entity now to the where it's meant to go for its positive ascension. Thank you. Okay, Raphael, Metatron. I know you said that there's no more entities in them. Scan them one last time, and we'll move on to the other areas. Make sure there's nothing else in him.
Nothing.
Beautiful. Very good. Okay, Raphael, if you can ask, he had us a couple things that he wanted healed, so I just want to make sure we touch base on them. I'm sure they're going to be connected to the majority of what we remove. But for example, his teeth. He lost a tooth. Can we regrow his teeth?
Yes.
And heal his gums, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Start that process now. Also, he has back pain to the sciatica. If you can tell us, is there anything attached to that back pain?
He lost trust when he was 4, and he sealed it off.
What made him lose trust?
He felt betrayed.
Why did he feel betrayed?
His family was they emotionally retracted.
Mm-hmm. Did it have to do with the divorce?
It did. There was fighting.
Okay.
There was a lot of lost trust.
Mm-hmm. Okay, can we heal that area now for him now, please? And can we go ahead and heal that so he no longer has the sciatica anymore, please?
Yes.
Thank you. And then he also says he arthritis pain throughout his body. Can you scan that and tell us what was the cause to that?
A lack of energy being sent to the heart.
Okay. And then we did.
He lessened. He closed off the energy flow due to shame.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then we did heal the higher heart there and the heart there.
Mm-hmm.
Are there? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And if we could just help him heal from the arthritis pain.
Mm-hmm.
No longer having that anymore. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Let's see. And then, Raphael, can you scan his chakras? Is there any misaligned chakras that we need to, any blocked or misaligned?
His higher heart still needs some aligning with the two.
Okay. Can we make sure we continue that process then,
please? Yes.
Thank you. Okay, sending love light to that area now. Any other chakra?
His sacral.
Okay.
Just needs some energy sent to it. It needs to be charged a bit.
Okay, let's do that
to
now.
Balance.
Good. Let's do that now, please.
And his third eye is the implant is gone, but there is almost like a scar.
Okay. Let's go ahead and heal and repair that scar. Let's heal it so that it's no longer there, please. And then good. And if we could open up his third eye with his higher self permissions, as it's as big as it's meant to be within the process of the higher self.
Yes.
Good. And then while we're healing the higher heart area as well, if we can go ahead and open up his heart chakra to the biggest it can be for his highest good in this time of space as well.
Yes.
Beautiful. Any other chakras we can address?
We should ground in that star. The Earth star should be grounded.
Mm-hmm. Well, now that the entity is not there, he'll be able to easier ground with the star?
Yes, yes, it was impeding that grounding, so he was more vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
And now the connection is better, much better.
Mm-hmm.
His heart is anchoring to the earth.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Okay. How do all his chakras look now?
Beautiful.
Good. Beautiful. Go ahead, let's scan his auric field and make sure that it's filled in. Is there any, and nice and strong and bright, is there any repair needed to it?
There's a tear on the right side.
Okay, can we start healing that now?
Yes.
Good. Anything else?
All is light.
It's light?
It is all light in his field, yes.
Good. Beautiful, thank you. And then, Raphael, can you scan him for any negative cords that need to be removed?
Mm-hmm. Yes, there are 3 cords. One in his belly,
Mm-hmm.
and 2 are in his field in front of his chest and his torso.
Okay. Can you tell me what are these attached to? These negative cords? Who's attached to them, or what is?
They are people.
People he knows?
Yes, they like the light, and they have a bit of envy. They want the light, and they want him to stay.
Can you tell him who these people are so he ensures he energetically makes sure they don't attach any more cords in the future?
They are in his past. One is here, but he cannot. And he can no longer place the cord there.
Okay.
There is too much of a difference. They are dimensionally. There is a gap.
Mm-hmm.
And the cords will no longer stick.
Okay.
He will protect himself.
Good. Beautiful. Can we go ahead and do we need to remove these cords altogether? Do they need to be there?
No, we shall burn them.
Good. If you can go ahead and burn them. And then after you burn them, Raphael, if you could heal those areas, fill them in with love light, please. Do you need Phoenix fire?
Done.
Oh, good.
It is done already.
Wonderful. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's scan them. Want to make sure. Scan them for any negative implants, hooks, or portals.
He's clear.
Good. All right. And Raphael, can you scan him for any fragmented soul pieces that need to be regained to him?
Yes. We are calling out to them.
Good. Let me know how many you find.
6.
Are they from this life or other lives?
Both. There are 3 here. There are 7. There are 3 here. There are 4 from before.
Mm-hmm. And can you tell us what happened? Why was it that they became fragmented?
His soul felt that he could live easier without them.
Mm-hmm.
He thought they made him too different, or slowed him down,
mm-hmm.
or disconnected him from others. And he disconnected himself from himself to relate to the other. Okay.
And higher self, Raphael, can we look into his throat? Why does he cough?
It is it is where the space was.
Okay, the higher heart.
It is where the arthritis was.
Oh.
Okay. It is where the cigarettes did the most damage.
Yes, he says he wants to quit cigarettes. Can we help him remove that tendency? No longer finding any kind of pleasure in it. Maybe it tasting, gross or repulsive. Can we do that for him?
The space will stay open for a bit.
Okay.
It will hurt to smoke.
Okay.
We will find no pleasure there.
Okay, and then we just want to make sure it heals after, please.
Of course, yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, and if we could go ahead and bring those 6 fragmented soul pieces back to him and make him whole once more, please.
Yes, there are 7 and they are all here.
Good. They're all here, you said?
Yes, they're here.
Good. If you could work with that Raphael and healing the heart space now, the soul. Thank you. Okay. While you work on that, if I could speak to Metatron, please.
Yes.
Thank you, Metatron. If you could look, Metatron, is there any contracts that we can remove for him that no longer serve him for his highest good?
Yes.
Good. Can you remove those for him, please?
Yes.
How many contracts were there you're removing?
14.
14. Can you tell us a bit of what these 14 were for?
He likes to show others light, and he likes to transmute density. And he agreed, in one way or another, he agreed to do that work for others and to allow them to put it on to him, to give him that karma. He does not need to learn like this anymore. He does not need to teach like this anymore.
Is that the cycle he was talking about, how it repeats with the job cycle? Same kind of situation? Okay.
Yes. He can now teach those who are willing and ready to learn.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so you're removing those. Thank you, Metatron. And then, yes. Metatron, can you also scan for any trauma that needs to be healed from this life or past life? Tell me what you find.
There is sadness in his belly. There is fear and insecurity there. There is loneliness there as well.
Okay. Can we go ahead and start healing these traumas for him, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Metatron, can you please scan him while you all are working on that? Scan him for, does he need any DNA unintegration of false negative fractals or archon energies or negative aliens, period, that might have integrated into his DNA structure? How does his DNA look?
His DNA looks good, but there are pieces that can fall away now. There
is a piece there that's all the way down?
There are 2 pieces that may fall away now.
Oh, okay, that they're falling away now. Okay, what were these pieces?
They were old animalistic ways of existing. They cannot live. They do not resonate here.
Okay. If we can go ahead and start healing his DNA structure and then whatever the higher self allows as far as reprogramming for his highest good, please.
It is done.
Thank you. Wonderful. Okay, so it looks like how is all his healing looking?
Beautiful.
Good. Is he complete?
He is.
Okay, thank you, Raphael, Metatron, Azrael, anyone else who aided today with this beautiful healing. Thank you for it. We love you, honor you, and respect you, and our love once more to all those entities that were healed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I please talk back to his higher self now?
Yes.
Thank you. Higher self?
Hello.
Hello, greetings. Thank you for speaking to us again. May I ask, is there a name that you go by?
No. I don't like names.
Yes, neither do I. Is there perhaps a galactic race that you would like to share with him that he might be connected to?
He is more angelic than galactic.
Mm-hmm.
He is aligned with Azrael.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. So is he part of that legion? Is that what you mean?
He brings that energy here.
Mm-hmm.
His brothers follow him too.
Beautiful. Thank you. That energy is really needed right now with the ascension of all the entities that have been stuck upon Earth. Thank you. Anything else you want to share with him as far as his role and his purpose here?
He has so much to teach. He can only teach others so far as he has learned. He can only heal others as far as he has been healed. His priority should be his own healing, his own living, finding his own joy. Once his joy is found, he can spread it, but he cannot help anyone until he has helped himself.
Yes. Well, he's definitely taken a step forward in this time and space to start that process. Thank you.
Yes.
Good. Okay, he wanted to know, why does he move from a state of aligned with love, peace, and security, and then all align with fear or scarcity?
He thinks that he is very different from those around him, but he can walk in both ways. He must walk in both ways.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot understand your light without understanding your darkness. And that is true for the collective. You cannot understand the light of this world, the light of humanity, without understanding the darkness of humanity. You must fall to rise.
Thank you. I align with that. So there's a lot of people who might become fearful of the darkness and might run or hide or don't even acknowledge it at times, like don't acknowledge, entities lost in darkness and other forms of darkness. So thank you for that reminder.
We are all found in light.
Very good. Thank you for that. Okay. Now, he wants to know, what conditions allow for him to be aligned with his truth and power?
Well, he is self-possessed. He is infinitely powerful. He is capable of great things, but he can become an empty vessel for many things, for many other people and their things. He must stay grounded and self-possessed. He must do his work to remember who he is and his purpose every morning and every night. Come back to his heart and remember the truth.
Beautiful, thank you. And he wanted to know, what is true justice?
True justice is balance. When you look back and have only love, that is true justice. When you carry those who spoke ill of you, and you carry them to the light by walking, by following you, and you bask in that light together, that is true justice. Balance, ease, truth, and perfection. All are equal and all are equal in justice. None is worse than the other.
Thank you. He wants to know, what is the root of his concern for others, why, what they think, and their path?
His concern for others is because he notices the interconnectedness. He notices when he sees another, the inside of them and how they are the same. But he has only just begun to learn about the force that the mind believes in, that the distortion that is in between him and what he sees within that person. He is concerned with them because he is possessed by them when he loses his truth, when he loses his self-possession. He cares more. He holds more their energy than his own.
Thank you. Okay, he wants to know, what is the purpose of victimhood?
Victimhood covers a wound when we cannot face the wound, when we cannot face the truth inside of us, inside of our wound. We consider that this world is just a bad place, filled with bad people, and I am just a victim to that. We do this so we can relinquish our power, so that we can remain unhealed, so that we do not have to focus and face that wound that hurts, and it keeps hurting on the outside. So we consider ourselves a victim. All that is created from a vibration, whether we are aware of that or not. That vibration exists and you act it out in ways you are not aware of. You can protect yourself by remaining in your power, being true to yourself.
Thank you. Beautiful explanations. If you can tell, he wants to know, why does he have ringing in his ear, and why is it only in his right ear?
That is a speaking or a singing, but it is not in words. It is a presence of a greater, higher frequency, which is sent to him and exists in him, and we are singing to him. Mm-hmm. You only have to listen. The right ear is where the Father speaks to him.
Mm. The Father as the Divine Father?
Yes.
Beautiful. Would the left ear be the Divine Mother speaking?
It could be.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Beautiful explanation. Thank you. Okay. And then he wanted to know, what are his greatest gifts and how does he access them?
Your greatest gift is your voice. You access it by speaking your truth, by singing your truth, by expressing it in all ways, by writing, and then speaking your written word, by singing, by speaking when you want to speak, when you feel the need to speak. Speak. Do not be silent. Your greatest gift is your heart, by loving and caring for others. When you want to forgive, forgive. When you want to be compassionate, do so. And when you want to protect yourself, you do that for the highest love of yourself. Follow yourself.
Thank you. And he wants to know, how would you describe your relationship, him and you?
To relate to something is to be distinct from it. And I am always there. His heart has felt it, even greater now. His mind is slowly moving out of our way. Our relationship will not be relating at all because we will be infinitely one. Listen to me. You know when it's me.
Thank you. Okay, and then he wanted to know, is moving to North Carolina the best choice for him?
He must. He must move. This is the first opportunity sent to him. If he does not take it, another will be sent. But he is ready to take this one. Just go.
Good. Thank you. I know you said you don't like names. You sure there's no name that you want to give him to go by?
The feeling is enough. He will know.
The feeling is what?
He will feel me in my heart. And that is enough.
Beautiful. Good. And then I know that you mentioned earlier within the light and darkness, you must know the darkness before you know the light. Any more you can tell us on that, as we know that there is, the natural organic darkness and then with the light. Is there anything beyond that wouldn't be part of this organic balance of light and dark? Is there anything beyond that would be negative beyond what you mentioned?
All that is comes from the same source. There cannot be existence without creation from a source. When you create from your own source, you can create light or dark. Both of those are yours. They belong to you. They are of you. All dark and all light is of all that is.
Yes. What about other, say, sources? We know of other sources out there that might be part of the, say, some archonic energies that are, some of these beings are soulless. Would you consider those part of our source?
Would you consider the reptilian, the positive polarized from our source or another source? Would you consider darkness separate? Darkness is on the polarity. They could not exist if not for the creator of all that is.
Very good.
That does not mean that they are the same as you. They are created differently for a different purpose. You would not know your love and light were enough for the darkness that is there.
Yes, beautiful. Thank you. Now, at this point, we've asked all the questions and conducted all the healing. Is there anything else that I could have asked that I haven't?
No.
Beautiful. Do you have any other message for him before we conclude?
I will not leave you for one moment. Don't ever think that I have left you for one moment. That is all.
Beautiful. Thank you. It has been such an honor to talk to you today. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. Our infinite love to all the archangels who assisted today, as well as you, higher self, for allowing such beautiful healings and for your aid. Thank you. We love you, honor you, and respect you. Our love to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. May I bring him back now?
Yes.
Thank you.